Copy, round one.
Hey guys, my name is Hades. Today I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial on how to get the Rocket Techie to shoot 800, 850 meters. The only things you're going to need today is a Rocket Techie and the Rocket Artillery Calculator app made by Geotech, which will be linked in the description. If we look at the map, I got a open top Humvee next to some people about 800 meters away. You can't see it at all, so this is going to be completely indirect. I'm not like eyeing it in or anything. So let's get started. So this is the Rocket Artillery app made by Geotech. Going to go over the app real quick. So attack position is going to be your position. Target position is going to be the position of the target. Distance, obviously distance to target. Bearing to target. Click, we'll go over that in a minute. And mortar elevation if you want to fire mortars. So the first thing we need to do is put in the attack position, which is going to be C251, which is where my truck is. Second thing we need to do is put in the target position, C413, and it's going to spit a bunch of numbers at us. So distance to target, 700 meters. Bearing, that's the way the rocket pod needs to be facing when it fires. It's going to be 182. Clicks is going to be 16. So what clicks are is a click is more or less just tapping your W key. It's not exact. It really can never be. You have to do a lot of trial and error to figure out what works for you exactly. But you're going to go up 16 clicks. So you're going to tap the W key 16 times, and it's saying that it should more or less be at the right elevation. Once we have all these numbers, we got to go back to the Rocket Techie. And once we're back at the Rocket Techie, we're going to basically get it on target. So before I start even moving the thing, there's something I got to point out. If you guys notice, right where the driver sits is not where the rocket pod is. So it's actually going to throw off that azimuth you have. So when you put in the bearing, you have to be making sure that the actual rocket tube itself is lined up, not just where you're looking. Because you could be in the driver's seat and be looking around like this, and as you can see, the azimuth is changing rather drastically. So you can be saying, oh, I'm 182 right here, but until you come back to the back of the vehicle and look right here, that's where it's actually going to be aimed at. So the way to actually do this is get the thing lined up the best you can. So it says 182 for me. Come back to the back of the vehicle and actually look. There's more or less a seam right here, and that's what I used to aim off of. So I put the crosshair in the middle of the seam. So I'm at 179, which means I got to go over a couple degrees. A little too much. There we go. I'm going to come back out and check. 182, roughly. You can be off 1 to 2 degrees, it doesn't really matter. So now for the next step, I'm going to get in the passenger seat. I usually look back here. So I'm going to go 16 clicks. Once I'm at 16 clicks, I'm good to fire. So I'm going to shoot, see where they land. And as you can see, they more or less hit around where I needed to go. A couple of the targets went down. The Humvee got hit. They're HE. They aren't going to do much to the Humvee. But either way, that's how you're going to get on target with the Rocket Techie, guys. So guys, just to give you my final thoughts on the Rocket Techie here, I would say use it against static targets, things that don't move very quick. Don't use it against vehicles. Use it against like super fobs or a lot of infantry dudes not moving at all. Because it takes so long to aim. It's not like mortars where I give you the grid and within 15 seconds you can shoot it. It takes a long time to get on target, and the more you use it, the more you'll see. I've had very mixed results. I've had some games where I've got a lot of kills with it, some games where I haven't got any. It really comes down to your SL, knowing how it works, understanding the capabilities of the system, and giving you proper grids and giving you the lead time for it. I would say don't shoot at anything that's going to move within a minute, because it takes about a minute to get this thing on. Try to keep it close to base if you can. I've had a lot of luck with this thing in Kokan. I haven't had a lot of luck in places like Gordok, just because you have to bring it around, you have to get it refilled, which takes a lot of time. and just the turnaround time's ridiculous, and it's not useful. If you're thinking of vehicle repair, I don't really think that's a good option due to the fact it just takes a lot out of the vehicle repair station. You need to have a Logi going, and it kind of takes away from one guy being able to go around with artillery. Another good point, the farther back the truck is, up to the max range of 850, the more elevation the rockets are going to get when they leave, which means the higher elevation they're going to come in. So if I'm 850 back and I'm shooting a target, they're going to come more or less straight down. So if you're trying to get shots in a compound, for example, with no roof, you want to be 850 back. I say usually the farther you are back, the better. So try to work that into your firing solution when you're moving the truck around. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll see you all on the battlefield.